morning, everybody. It's great to see everyone. This is one of our favorite days of the year. We do this 2 or 3 times a year, and one of our favorite days in our athletic department as it celebrates the achievements of some very impressive young women, and it's only right to celebrate that. My name is Mark McGreevy. It's my honor and privilege to serve as the athletic director here at St. Francis High School. Again, welcome. We will begin, as we do all things at St. Francis, in prayer. So we have a traditional reflection on this day. So I ask you to center yourself. Be reminded that we are always in the presence of a loving God. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. This comes from Matthew chapter 5. You are the light of the world. A city built on a hilltop cannot be hidden. No one lights a lamp to put it under a tub. They put it on a lampstand, where it shines for everyone in the house. In the same way, your light must shine in the sight of all people, so that, seeing your good works, they may give the praise to your Father in heaven. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. We always read that years ago when we started this tradition of celebrating our young women that are making college commitments. It got in my head the old spiritual of this little light of mine, and I just see it connected. Today we look at, and many of us have got the pleasure to watch these young women compete, and we see them as very strong and capable young women, and it's easy just to kind of think of them in that light. But there are many people in this room that remember them as little girls that made a choice to run, to jump, to row, to swim, whatever it may be, to swing a racket. And that was a choice to let their light shine. And so that's why we read this, and we celebrate that choice, and we encourage it. It's amazing God's grace can do and work with us when we make those choices and we open ourselves up to that, and where it can take us. We think of all over the country some of these amazing institutions that these young women will be going to, and that's can all go back to several things, but a choice that a young girl made at one time that I'm gonna give it a shot. This is something that's inside of me that I just have to do. And in my time, my previous time, part of my career when I worked in collegiate athletics, in my role, I worked with a lot of coaches in the back room deciding who are they going to offer a scholarship to, who are they going to offer a spot on the team, and they were assessing. There were whiteboards with names, and they were assessing who were they going to make that offer to. And in that assessment, in my role, I would bring what I had found is that there's kind of a formula or an equation to success in life, and there's 3 elements that have to be. They're different for each person, but one way or another, they have to add up. You have to measure 3 elements and to get to success, and they could be within those elements greater for some people than others. But at the end, it's got to equate to sufficient amount to create success. The first of those factors is aptitude. What is your God-given ability to compete as an athlete? What is your God-given ability to learn and be able to be a student a successful student at some of these great institutions? And some of that is just a gift. We all get different gifts, and so that we had to assess what is their just raw aptitude in athletics and being a student. The second, just as important, is attitude. So first aptitude, then attitude. So you could have all the ability in the world, the natural ability to learn and to compete as an athlete, But if you have a poor attitude, if you don't nurture that, if you're not coachable, if you're not, you don't, you're not able to work with other people, be a good teammate, if you're not, be disciplined enough to train, if you don't have that kind of attitude, then you're not going to reach success either. And finally, the third factor is support. Everything we do in this life, if we're really honest, we'll recognize that we had support of others along the way in guidance and in very little and sometimes very big ways to help us, shape our aptitude and shape our attitude. And so support, recognition of that support is a very important thing. So we're going to take a little time to do that today too. So at this time, I want to recognize parents and family that are here that you were the first coach, right? When the practice plan was how to crawl or how to walk or how to, going all the way that far back, and then guiding them through school and life. And so, and then it gets to the point when you're taking them to practice and all that kind of thing. So if I could have our parents and our family members stand and be recognized at this time. Congratulations to you. This is your day as well, of course. Then at some point, as a parent, you hand your kid over to a coach, and they bring a new voice, a new perspective, and that takes some trust. And I feel one of the things I feel so blessed at this school is the really remarkable coaches that we have, the people that are truly invested in the development of their Troubies, and we have some here today. So the coaches that are present, please stand, and we'll recognize you. We talk to them of being student athletes, of course, and so there's a whole other part of this. And the school aspect is you don't get offered opportunities to go to these schools if you can't get the job done in the classroom as well. And so I want to recognize our team. I know we're in spring break, so I think we've got a few here, but our teachers and school officials and our guidance counselors. Our guidance department here is phenomenal, and with their ability to help young women discern where to go to school and navigate both their high school academic career and project further where they can achieve in college and university life. So our teachers, guidance counselors, and school officials, please stand and be recognized as well. Okay, so now that we've done that, I'm going to bring someone to the podium to help us lead a blessing of the girls' decisions and their future. Someone that is truly a gift to this campus. She's new. She's part of our campus ministry. She's been a blessing. She's a spitfire of a personality, but the spirit is very strong in her, and we're very blessed to have her. And so I'm going to ask Samit Porch to come and lead the blessing of our Troubies and their decision.
Sure. First of all, ladies, congratulations. If I can have everyone extend their right hand out as we pray over our Troubies. Dear God, you have journeyed with these girls and their families these 4 years of high school and stood by them as they considered what route to take on the next step of their lives. May they always exemplify the 4 pillars of faith, service, leadership, and excellence that they learn here at St. Francis. We pray that their journey to these wonderful universities is full of blessings, joy, and growth, as well as their continuous success in their respective sports. But above all, we pray that they always remember that you're right next to them, no matter the obstacle or the difficulty. We pray this in your name. Amen. St. Francis of Assisi. Pray for us. St. Clare of Assisi. Pray for us. In the name of the Father, and the Son,
Okay, this is the photo opportunity moment now. So I will give you guys a countdown, and when I say, I guess we're going down, 3, 2, 1. When I say 1, sign your document. Get your cameras ready. Okay, Troubies, 3, 2, 1, and sign. All right, so my favorite part of this little ceremony is when I stop talking and we get to hear from the Troubies. And so Myra's going to be our leadoff batter here. I'm going to ask them to introduce themselves, tell what sport they play, what position if that's appropriate for their sport, and tell us where they're going to go to school next year. What led to that decision, why they chose the school where they're going, and then give us a fond memory or what maybe their favorite memories of being a Troubie and being at St. Francis. So we'll start with Myra.
Hi, my name is Myra Anwar, and I am representing tennis, and I will be going to the University of the Sciences in Philadelphia, and I chose this school because it has a 6-year accelerated PharmD program, so that's one of the pros. And also, I was offered to play tennis there. Plus, it's a smaller university, so it reminds me a lot of St. Francis. And St. Francis is like my second home, so why not go to a university like my second home, kind of, I guess. I played #1 singles for St. Francis for the past 3 years, so that was fun. And then I hope to continue that level of competition and just the enjoyment of it in college as well. And then my favorite experience at St. Francis, this relates to tennis, but it was when we went to the Stanford Invitational this past year. It was our first time going, and it was just fun to see everybody like going out there and like not having any pressure on themselves and just playing to the best that they could, and like even after your match is done, just like sitting there watching them and cheering them on.
Hi, I'm Ali Bratis. I've rowed for Capital Crew for 5 years now. I'm going to be attending Gonzaga University to row, and I'm really excited. So I'm going to be studying business administration, possibly minoring in criminology. I'm going to be part of the honors program and do the pre-law track, so it's going to be a lot, but I'm really excited because of that opportunity. The coaches really care about us balancing academics and athletics, and it's a super competitive team, which I'm excited for. I chose that team because I really admire the coaching staff. They all competed at NCAAs. I really look up to them. And my favorite SF memory, I don't want to give anything away for future Troubies, but going on Kairos, that was a really great retreat experience for me, and I'm excited to continue rowing in college.
My name is Sophie De Benedetti. I do cross country and track, and I will be attending Northwestern University. I chose Northwestern just because I wanted to have a great business and finance program that I could accelerate in. I don't know what I'm saying. And I just love the team, and the coaches were definitely very caring and wanted what's best for me, and I wanted what's best for my team. And my favorite memory from St. Francis was like 2 weekends ago when we ran the 4x4 for fun and did really well.
I'm Kelly Neathammer, and I've rowed for Capital Crew for the past 4 years. And next year I will be attending Stanford University and rowing for their lightweight crew team. And I chose Stanford because it just is I just can't wait to contribute to like that athletic tradition and be a part of something like so much bigger than myself and so special. And I fell in love with the team and the coaches, and just like it just felt like that feeling when you like walk on campus and you're with all those people and it just feels so right. And I'm just like so excited for all of the opportunities ahead. And my favorite St. Francis memory, I think, are my ones that are from like leadership and homecoming week, because those are the memories where I get to spend time with my whole class and all of my favorite people. And
I'm Kate McIntyre, and I will be attending UC Davis for lacrosse. I'm a goalie. I chose UC Davis because I will be studying the culture and ethnology, and they have a fantastic program. I absolutely love the coaching staff, the team, the environment, the proximity to my family, and the house, and I don't have to do my own laundry, so that's really nice. And then my favorite memory at St. Francis would either be homecoming week, I absolutely love it, or the lacrosse overnight my sophomore year. It was pretty awesome.
I'm Lauren Hank, and I'm attending Linfield College in Oregon, and I play basketball. My favorite memory at St. Francis would have to be going to state my freshman year. That was really fun and like a really cool experience, and just like learning from all like the older girls just like helped me like form to like how we made our team this year. And then I chose Linfield because like the first time I went, I just could really like see myself here, and then I found myself kept going back and back and back like 4 other times, and that was probably a lot for my parents to handle. But yeah, I just really love the campus, and the team is just kind of like the team we built here at St. Francis. So yeah.
Hi, my name is Hannah Perulin, and I'll be studying and swimming at Chapman University next fall. I chose Chapman because I wanted to go to a university where I could get the best of both worlds. And to me, that means going to a college where there are programs and opportunities for me to really create a future for myself and a future career. And on top of that, Chapman offers swimming, which is a sport I love. And I'm excited to continue being part of a team and just feeling the love from everyone. And I've been swimming ever since I was 6 years old, so it's definitely shaped me to be the person I am today, both inside and outside of the pool. So yeah, and then, and on top of that, Chapman is 5 minutes away from Disneyland, so that's a plus. My favorite SF memory was definitely senior night a couple weeks ago for the St. Francis swim team, and at that point I was still on the verge of choosing what university I was going to go to. I had great options to not continue swimming, but they were good academic schools, but after feeling all the love, support that the team showed me, I knew in my heart that I wanted to go to Chapman to continue swimming and my academic career.
All right, thank you. We also want to extend our prayers and our best wishes. There's 2 Troubies that were traveling today, so they could not be with us as National Letter of Intent Day ended up in spring break this year. And that's Nika Bagatellis, one of our basketball players, also going to attend Chapman. So we'll extend our thoughts and prayers for her and her future, as well as Kate Watley, our water polo goaltender. She's going to be competing and going to school at Fresno State. So wanted to mention those 2. Also wanted to thank some people, and then and then we'll wrap up, and then we'll take these tables away so friends and families can take pictures with their Troubie and use the media backdrop for that. Before we do that wrap up, I want to thank our leadership at St. Francis for their prayerful and thoughtful leadership of our school and great support of co-curricular activities and student including athletics. Our president, Teresa Rogers, our principal, Elias Mendoza, is here today. Thank you, Elias, for everything that you do for our school and for Troubadours athletics. We want to thank our boosters that are so selflessly volunteer so many hours and so much time to help support athletics here at St. Francis. We see them at the booster queues and serving thousands of hot dogs and hamburgers every year, shopping for them and setting up and all the wonderful things that they do to help enhance the experience of student athletes here at St. Francis. So thank you to our boosters. Our athletic administration. There's one of the great things that athletics taught me through the year, through the years in my life is the joy of contributing and being on a great team. And I have that in my professional life, and it is humbling to have the title of director for the team that I have, because they're just their care and their love for the Troubies and their professionalism for what they bring every day to help young ladies, whether or not they end up competing at the next level or not, is truly inspiring. And I get to be part of that team and play my role leading that team. And so that includes our business and operations and advancement coordinator, who works on a part-time basis. We mostly know her as our our water polo coach, Heather Moody, who could not be here today. Our facilities and game management coordinator, who is here. He's always here for these, and he's also one of our assistant softball coaches, longtime St. Francis dad, and has been associated with St. Francis and St. Francis athletics. It takes care of so much behind the scenes to make sure that we have places to practice and play. It pushes a lot of paper. He fights that bureaucratic battle every day. And we want to thank Ken McGuire back there for everything he did. Our assistant athletic director for sports medicine is a very special woman that we have the joy of working with every day. Heart and soul and professionalism, mind, body, soul. She brings it for the Troubies every day, and they know it. She is beloved on campus because the Troubies know that she's got their backs when they go down, and is there to help them through the painful moments and getting them back up and doing what they love. So thank you, Kelly Ketchum, for everything you do. And we have another very special assistant athletic director. Much of everything you see right now is because of his hard work. And so the feature stories on all these girls, the social media presence, GoTroubies.com, Troubie TV, his professionalism as a strategic communicator really shines through. Is just a vehicle for his way of showing his love for the development of our Troubies and wishing them the best possible high school athletic career, and then if they so choose to move on. So you guys may have had your best SID already, which most high school athletes haven't had one yet. So I want to thank Steve Schaff, our assistant athletic director. And with that, we will clear the table. I thank you everybody for coming out. Have another muffin and a cup of coffee. Take some pictures with our wonderful Troubies and enjoy your Easter break. Thank you so much.
I got your bags, got your knees, got your head, we got it. Who do you want to do first?
Can I do Myra? You're sad?
I'm nervous.
About what? Just like
I don't know. I was just nervous sitting there. Yeah, I still wear it.
okay. You want to go right here?
Give me a turn. Is the mic on?
Yep. We good?
You need to back up a little bit.
Okay. Okay. You can just go.
You're good. Okay, I'm ready whenever you are. So
Okay.
3, 2,